We're going to work on using the TVM solver in our calculator. So before we jump into word problems, I want to highlight some of the categories that we need to label within our problems. So N is the total number of payments made during the entire duration of the loan. I is the interest, and we're going to put that in our calculator as a percent. You do not need to change this into a decimal. PV is our present value. And so these problems in this video, this is always going to be 0. So all the problems that we're looking at, we're saving towards something. So your present value will be 0. Now with the payments in the calculator, you need to write it as a negative because you're putting that money away. So you're taking it out of your spending account into the savings account type thing. So you're paying that money. Future value is the amount total that we're looking to save. How much was the boat? How much is our down payment? PY is number of payments made per year, and CY is number of times compounded per year. So for all of our problems in these next two sections, the PY and the CY are going to be the same exact numbers. So let's try it out. So my first problem, in order to accumulate enough money for a down payment on a house, a couple deposits $725 per month into an account paying 6% compounded monthly. If payments are made at the end of each period, how much money will be in the account after 3 years? All right, so I always I see that percent, let me just put it and be done with it because that's the easiest one. All right, our N is how many payments. Okay, so we make it monthly, so 12 months over 3 years. And then our PV, so right now we have $0. We're working to save, right? Payment is $725. Now remember, on our calculator, we need to put negative $725. My future value is, we're not sure, right? So that's what we're trying to figure out. How much will we have in the end for our house? My payments per year, 12. We pay every month and compounded every month. So 12 times. I have pulled up a time value and money solver, and you see our headings. I have this link listed on our Canvas course, so you can go to it. So our number of payments is 12 times 3, so I'm going to type in 36. It was at 6%. My PV is 0. My payment is negative 725. And I don't know my future value, and it's 12 and 12. Always make sure that last one's highlighted in. So if you do have a calculator, you'll go to your calculator, and to get to the headings, you'll click on Apps. You'll need to make sure that Finance is highlighted. Click Enter. The TMV solver is highlighted. Click Enter, and then you'll put in our same numbers. Now, for our answer, we want to know the future value. So for this website, you'll just click Solve, and you can see how much after 3 years we will have saved $28,518.68. So for the calculator, when you go to future value, you'll go down to future value. And when you're ready to solve, you see here in the green, you'll need to click Alpha Solve. But you have to make sure that your cursor is on what you're missing. So you'll click Alpha Solve, and you will get the 28,518. All right, so you want to round it to the cents place. Okay. Let's look at number 3. You can afford deposits of $160 into an account that pays 2.3% compounded monthly. How long would it take for you to save to buy a boat that's $8,700? As soon as I see that percent, I just put it. Now, we do not know how long it will take, so we don't know the number of payments. So how much money do I have now? $0, because I'm working to save. What's going to be my payment? That 160. What is my future value? I know what I'm saving towards, and that's the cost of the boat. And then you make sure you put 12 and 12. When you put that into your calculator, hit alpha, enter, alpha solve, and then make sure your cursor is over that 9, over that N, and you should get a decimal of 51 and some change. Your answer will be 52 months, because you're not going to figure out what that decimal is. Is it 1.5 weeks? Is it this? So you'll just do a full extra payment and then do 52 months. A person makes annual payments of $1,000, so this says annual, into an ordinary annuity. At the end of 5 years, the amount of money in the annuity is $5,630. What is the annual compounding rate? So we don't know the compounding rate. So that's my percent, right? So I make annual payments. So that's not 12 months. That's only 1 month every 5 years, right? And then our payments per year down here is 1, and it's compounded 1 time. All right, so my present value, I'm at $0. I know my payment is negative $1,000. That's what I'm putting in every year. And my future value is $56.30 and 34 cents. So put that information, and we will get for our interest rate is 5.94%, and always round to that second decimal. Recently, More Money for You offered an annuity that pays 5.1% monthly, compounded monthly. If $2,330 is deposited into annuity every month, how much is the account after 8 years? So my number of payments, 12 months out of 8 years. My interest is at 5.1%. My payment is, my present value is 0. My payment is $2,330. We do not know the future value, and we pay all 12 months. So you put that into your calculator. So we're finding out, this is a 2-parter. How much is the account after 8 years? Put it in your calculator. After 8 years, we will get $275,492.40. Now, to get out of that app screen, you can hit second quit, and it'll bring you to the home screen. All right, part 2. So go to the home screen of your calculator. How much of this is interest? Okay, so we know what our payment was. So we paid $2,330. We paid that for how many payments? 12 times 8. So we paid that 96 payments. So this is our money. So when you multiply that, you get $200,023,680. So that's how much we put in. So now let's figure out, what is that leftover? That's the interest. So let's subtract from our big total on number 1, minus number 2 to get what's left over. What is that extra amount? And that is your interest. 51, 812, 40.